everyone, welcome to Taste and Explore. My name is Darlene, and what I have for you today is homemade 4-cheese ravioli. Yep, that's right, 4 cheese. So stick around so we can get started. Follow along with me so we can get started. Okay, so we have a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper and a little bit of semolina flour. I have a cup and a half of mozzarella cheese. I have 1 egg with 1 tablespoon of water as our egg wash. I have a granulated garlic powder. I have half a cup of Parmesan cheese, a cup and a half of Munster cheese. I have 1 whole egg, and I have a cup and a half of ricotta cheese. And then this is the star of the show. This is homemade pasta. I would link you the link of where of my previous video. Check it out. It's lovely, it's easy, and it's like foolproof. You'll love it. So let's get started. I'm going to mix the cheeses together. Oh my God, this is gonna be one heck of a dinner. I mean, homemade, you can't get better than that. This is like nothing in this world. So I'm mixing the cheese. And it is going to be heaven. Heaven, heaven, heaven. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love cheese ravioli. I mean, it's nothing like it. It's so tasty. I mean, your family is going to like praise you for it. Put the 1 egg in. Just 1 egg is just going to bind it. And I'm just gonna mix it in. And if you have leftover cheese, it's okay. You can easily put it in a Tupperware or in a freezer safe baggie, like a sandwich bag or something, and save it for another day. Save it for when you make ravioli again. I mean, it has a good shelf life in the freezer. Alright, so I'm just going to use 1 tablespoon to measure my mixture. I want to put my cheese mixture in it because I want to measure out how center is going to fall in there. So you see where it's at. I'm leaving, see the space? It's like 1 inch away from the seam. And I'm just going to press down a little bit just so that way I know where it's at. Okay. Like so. You can move it a little bit, of course, because it wasn't centered. Then what we're gonna do is cut it in half. I'm gonna make more actually. I'm not gonna stop right there. See, don't make it too close to that, but you know, leave a tiny bit room, not too dramatic, because I want to use up all the space as possible. And then I'm gonna just indent it so I know where it's at. Put my mixture, let it fall. Okay. And obviously fix it when I lift it up. You know, you can fix it with your hands. And just make sure it's as centered as possible. Now, be careful on how you fill these. Way too much might cause the pasta to burst open, and then you're just gonna have like a cheesy mess in your pot. So I hope that I didn't overfill this, but well, let's hope that it turns out well. Right, so this is what we're gonna do. Actually, it fits perfect. Now we're gonna use our mixture, and we're gonna close the seams. We want to use the egg to work as a glue so it doesn't pop open when we seal it. Okay, for the empty spaces. A bit over here. So remember, this is like our glue to close the seams. Okay. Now, put it down like a blanket. Alright, we just want to tuck so we can see where our mixture will be separating, if possible. See? Okay, because when we use this again, it's going to measure out where it's at. Twist so it can break off from that. And voila! Look how cute! If you want to make sure, just go over it. Extra little pinch won't hurt nobody. It's rustic, it's homemade. It's not supposed to look all fancy dancy unless you want it to be. I just want to ensure that it's not going to pop open when it's cooking. So we'll put it here with the semolina flour so it doesn't get stuck when we put the rest. Alright, so let's do it again. So we're going to push it down. Give it a shake, shake, shake. See, loose, it breaks off. And give it a little tap. And there you have it. And then, of course, just to ensure that it's tightly closed. There you have it. Homemade 4-cheese ravioli right here, right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue the rest. So I'm pretty sure you get the gist of it. I'm gonna do the rest and then I'm gonna show you when it's all done, because after it's all done, we're gonna cook it and eat it. So see you soon. Welcome back, and our finished product is done. Aren't they lovely? As you can see, there are two sizes. Actually, two sizes. What I did was, as you know, I used a 2-inch and I did the prettier side, the rigid side. But then I also needed a smaller one for those hard to reach places, and I used a smaller one, a 1-inch. So I used both of these just to try to maximize as much as I can from the pasta, because one thing about pasta is not like a pie crust where you can form it together, knit it out, and redo the sizes. You can't. Once you flatten it out and you use it, you can't redo the scraps, because what happens is the gluten starts getting hard and it's just going to be tough. So I didn't want that. So what we're going to do is, I got a pot that's sizzling right now. It's getting warmed up. I want this to get really hot, starts to bubble. And then I'm going to place this in there, and we are so close to the end to have our raviolis. So stay tuned. Well, let's cook now. So I was waiting for my water to boil. And this is what we're going to do. I decided not to put salt in the water. I normally do. However, because we used 4 cheeses and Parmesan cheese tends to be really salty, I thought it would be best not to put the salt in the water because I didn't want it to come out too salty. So I left it like that. So this is how we're gonna do. We're just gonna dump them, and they cook really quick. Right now they're heavy. They're gonna sink to the bottom. But in like 3 minutes, they're gonna be floating to the top, and that's our indicator that they're done. That's all it is to it. Once they sink, they float to the top, and it's done. Leave them like this, separate them, put them in the freezer like that for 1 hour, Once they're more solid and hard, then you can store them in your Ziploc freezer bag in the freezer for up to 3 months. So you have a choice. You can cook them right away, or you can just freeze them up and save them for another day. And they're done. Do you see them all floated to the top? That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's plate them and enjoy them. Ooh. Ooh, you see that? One broke off and it's all gooey, ooey gooey, cheesy. That's what I'm looking for. You know, come out perfect at the same time. I mean, let's be realistic. Marinara sauce. I will leave you a link to my sauce as well, or you can use store-bought if you like. And there you go. There you go. Put very little down, but it's okay. I'll put more later when it's time to serve everybody. So I'm gonna dig in. I'm gonna take a little one because I could just pop it right in my mouth. And look at it, it's smoking. It is so hot. This is gonna take a minute. I really hate to bite into food that is piping hot. Taste test time. Wow. This is incredible. All the cheeses and the way it melts in your mouth and the flavors. Are you kidding me? You need to try this. You're going to be so impressed with what your hands can do. This is a gift. Like, oh my God. I love cooking. I hope you feel the same way. And if you don't, time to get encouraged. Stick around for more great recipes. And you know what? Also, I have a Facebook, Taste to Explore. Check me out there. Subscribe so you can get more latest recipes. Leave a comment below and stick around. And thank you for being here watching me cook this fantastic food. If I can do it, you can do it too. So take care. Bye-bye. And see you soon.